everyone, this is Gina. Today I'm going to show you how to make this little dangling treasure necklace. This is done with a Shiny New Year treasure bag. However, you can do this project though you do not have the treasure bag because it is a very basic technique that I show you, and you can apply it to any type of beads. Just get yourself a dangle, a toggle, some chain, and some rice pearls or whatever you have, and you can do the same thing. You can use rounds, you can use whatever. Let's zoom in on the front here so you can see what it looks like. That's what it looks like. And of course, when it's on the neck or up, it looks a lot prettier than laying down. But this is what it looks like. We're using the little pendant in the bag and the oval beads and the chain and a toggle, and we'll go through all that in a minute here. So anyway, don't be discouraged if you do not have the treasure bag. Just get a bunch of stuff out, do the same thing, and see what it turns out to be, because the technique is so basic that it will work with anything, and your end result might be a little different, but it will still be really pretty. So let's go ahead and look and see what we can use for this project. Okay, for this project today, we are going to be using things that came in the Shiny New Year treasure bag, and that is the January 2021 bag. And you do not have to feel like you'll be excluded if you do not have the things in the treasure bag. If you did not get one, it's okay. These are basic techniques that I'm going to show you for this project, and you can use most anything you have on hand to make it. So you are not left out, and we will also discuss alternative beads and things that you can use that will work really well to make a very similar looking project. So first, what we're going to be using is, there is cable chain in your treasure bag. You can use whatever chain you have on hand as long as it's open enough to slide jump rings or dangles from your head pins that you're going to create through the chain itself. So you just want to make sure you have a chain that has big enough links to actually put dangles through them. I have cut 18 inches. However, you can cut whatever length will work for you. 16 is generally small, 18 is medium, and 20 is large. However, you can modify that too. Then we're going to cut another segment of chain, and we're going to cut 8 links. Now again, if you're using different chain than I am, you will have to just modify that for your chain. We need a few to put some dangles on and put our pendant on. So I have cut 8 pieces. Then I'm going to use 3 of the jump rings that came in the treasure bag. Now these are about 6 millimeter round. You can use any jump rings you have if you do not have the treasure bag. Then I'm going to use a toggle. You do need a toggle clasp for this because it is part of the design. It is part of the front of the necklace. So I am using about a 1/2 inch in diameter toggle clasp that came in the treasure bag. As long as you have something comparable, you can use whatever you have on hand. Then we're going to use this electroplated rainbow coating glass pendant here. You can use any pendant you have. You just have to make sure that you have a loop on top that you can connect to your project. So anything with a bail that has a loop will work just fine. You can pick out any pendant you would like. Then I'm going to use the beads from the treasure bag. Whatever you have left of your faceted ovals and your smooth ovals, we'll mix them together so we can get enough. Now if you have done some of my other projects, you should still have some of these beads left. If you do not, use a rice pearl. That will work just fine. If you do not have the treasure bag, then of course again you can use a rice pearl, and I have some on my website in different colors if you want to get some, and you probably will have some on hand, so you can do that. And of course you can use a round bead for this too. It does not matter. Stay about 4 millimeter for your round bead, maybe 6. You could go up to 6, and then you can do the same process, just use the beads you have. Then I'm going to add in the mix the 4 millimeter round electroplated black beads that are also in the treasure bag. And again, use whatever you have on hand if you do not have the treasure bag. I'm going to tie in the black that's on the top of this crystal with these beads. So that's why I'm going to use some, plus it'll be a filler. If you don't have a whole lot of your oval beads left, then you can fill in with some more of the round beads. I do have some of these smooth ovals on my website. I do not have any of the faceted ones at this point, but any bead that you want to use will work just fine. Adding to the treasure bag, we're going to use some head pins. This is a ball head pin, and it is about 3/4 of an inch long. So they're little short head pins. Let me show you. And you do not have to have these. You can cut down a regular size head pin. That's fine too. I'm just going to use these because they are going to work out perfect for what I'm going to be doing. So you can cut down your other ones. Just do the same process I do. Just cut yours down when you turn your loops. That's what we're going to be using. You will also need a flat nose, chain nose pair of pliers. Will be nice to have. And a round nose pair of pliers. Let me back off so you can see. So you're going to need a flat nose, a chain nose, a round nose, a pair of wire cutters. And if you have one of these needle nose type plier, that would be nice to have too. Let's go ahead and get started. Okay, to start this project, you're going to want your pendant, 8 links of chain, and your round part of your toggle, and one of your jump rings. And we're going to set up our focal, and then we'll put some dangles on it. So the first thing you want to do is you want to pick up your links of chain. Grab 1/2 of one side. Look at where the opening is. Let me get you in camera here, or get me in camera actually. And grab half of your chain. My opening is right there. I'm going to grab the other half, and I'm just going to twist it open just like that. Then I'm going to grab my pendant, and I'm going to put it on that link. Then I'm going to grab my pliers, and there's a lot less to hold on to now, so it's going to mess with you a little bit. Grab a hold of it and close it. Just like you opened it, just twist it shut. Just like that. Now, you are going to grab one of your jump rings, and this is 6mm, so if you don't have the box, I'm going to use a 6mm jump ring. It's already open. However, if yours are not open, just twist it open just like I did the chain. Now we're going to put it on the top link here, and then we're going to put the toggle through the link of the toggle here, so through the loop, just like that. And then we're going to close the jump ring again, just like that. So this is what you should have now. We're putting this together first, because if you try to put your links on your chain without having something to hold on to, it's a lot more difficult. So I'm just preparing it first. That way, when you lose the link you're working on, you can just pick up this and you can see where you're at. So the next thing we're going to do is we're going to set that aside. We're going to grab a head pin, and we're going to grab one of our ovals. Doesn't matter if it's smooth or faceted. You're going to make some loops with your oval beads here. So I'm just going to grab one of these. I'm going to slide it on my little head pin. Now my head pin is small. It's only about 3/4 of an inch. If you have a long normal size one, that's okay. Put it on that normal size one, and then you're going to bring your flat nose pliers just about 1mm above that bead, and you're just going to bend so that you can bend it into a right angle weave. Just a right angle weave, yes, a right angle. Boy, do I have beading on the brain. Anyway, that's what we have. Now, because I'm using a short one, I don't have to cut it down. You can cut yours down. This one is actually a little bit long, actually, but that's okay. Now I'm going to grab my round nose pliers, and at the very end of the wire, I am going to place my plier, and I'm just going to go down a little ways on my plier because I don't want a huge loop, but I don't want a really, really small one either. So I'm going down about here, and then I'm just going to start to turn. I'm going to turn as far as I can, and then I'm going to reposition my wrist by just moving it forward and bringing the pliers back down to where I can turn some more. Once I have positioned, I just continue to turn back, and this is what I have. I have a little loop. Now it's a little crooked and stuff. You can grab your flat nose and you can straighten it up, just like that. Don't worry too much if it's not closed completely, because we're going to close them as we put them on the chain. But if you can close it all the way, close it all the way, just like this. Then we're going to also make some little loops just like that on the little 4mm round beads. What we are going to do, and of course you'll have to put your head pin on and cut your wire down or your head pin down, even if you're using one of these little small head pins, simply because this takes up less room than this does on your head pin. So just put it on there and then cut it at 1/4 of an inch also for this, and then turn it. You're going to then make 14 of those units. So we need 14 of these, and then we need 6 of the little black ones. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I didn't count this. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. That's about 14. Because we are going to then put these on our chain. So what we're going to do is, if you look at the chain, you will see that one link will stand vertical, the next will stand horizontal. What we're going to do is we're going to put a bead on either side of the division of the previous link. So let's get you here. I'm going to put one here, I'm going to put one here. And then my next one I'll turn sideways and put one here and put one here. And then I'll turn it back, put one here, and put one here. That way, when I pick this up, it'll have dimension on all sides. All 3 sides will have dangles, or all the way around it will. So this is what we're going to do now. Once you've made your loops on your ovals, and it doesn't matter if they're smooth or if they are the faceted ones, you're going to then open your loop, just the same way we open the chain. So let me actually close this and open it again for you. So here's the loop, just like this. I'm just going to open it. And as I open it, I'm going to kind of push forward towards that side so that when I close it, it'll be closed tightly, because that one was open just a little bit. I'm going to skip this first link that my pendant is attached to, and I'm going to go to the second link. I'm going to turn it sideways so the loop is nice and accessible to me. I'm going to pick it up. I think I want to do it this way. And I'm just going to bring my loop underneath and bring it onto the chain like this. Then I'm going to grab my little needle nose and close it. And you can use your regular ones too. You don't have to have these little ones. They're just nice. Then I'm going to lay that down. I can lay it back out so I can see what's going on. And I actually attached it to my first link, and I don't want to do that. So I'm going to take that off. It doesn't really matter. I mean, you can attach it to the first link. I just don't want to. So I'm going to look at this again and attach this into my second link. Come on, go on there. There we go. Sometimes it struggles with you a little bit, or just doesn't want to do what you want it to do. And then I'm going to close it. So this is what I have. And the reason I wanted it to be up on the second link and not the first was because I want to be able to see some of my pretty top of my pendant here. It's up to you. You may not even be using this type of pendant, so do it how you want. But I want to put it on the second link here. And then I want to put one on the other half of the second link. So I'm just going to grab another one, and I'm going to open it. And so I've got my loop here. I'm just going to open it just like this, just twist it up. Then I'm going to grab my link. You can leave it laying down. I like to pick it up and put my link on, and make sure I put it on the other side of the link. The link above it will be your division, so you know. and then you can just close it. Just like that. And now I have on either side of the link, so you can see where this link attaches and where this link attaches, that will divide the link you're working on for you. So put one on this side and one on this side. And then I can turn it sideways and I can put one on this side and on this side, so that I have my links spread out really nice. It makes a big difference in the way that your dangles are going to lay. So I'm going to put on another one on this side of the link, grab a hold of that and close it. And I'm just going to continue doing that all the way up the length of my chain. Let me get back in camera here. Sorry about that. So just open them, put them on either side of each link all the way up the length of your chain until you get to your big jump ring here. Then what you're going to do on your big jump ring is you're going to open 3, or put 3 on either side. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to do it so you can see. I'm going to open one, put it on this side of the jump ring, right here. Let that clear up. Put it on this side, so the division will be my toggle in this, and I will close it. And then I'll put 2 more on that side, and then I'll go over to this side and put 3 on this side. So basically you're putting 1 on each link on each side of each link, and then when you get to the jump ring you're going to put 3 on each side. So you're going to have 6 jump rings, yes, 6 link, excuse me, I cannot talk today, 6 dangles on the jump ring, and then you're going to have 2 on each one of the links. Okay, so go ahead and put your 14 ovals on, put your 6 black rounds on, and we'll be back. Okay, so I have put all my links on. I'm going to try to hold it up so you can see it. This is what it looks like. It's really, really pretty. Now I've done my black on the top, trying to keep with the theme of there's the little black top on this pendant. So I've done all the sparkly rainbow plated ones down towards the bottom, and then I did the 6 little rainbow plated black ones up towards the top, just trying to stay kind of with the theme of the pendant. You can do it any way you want to do it. Now of course laying down, this doesn't look that spectacular, but it's really, really pretty when it dangles. And I will show you that the best I can. Maybe I'll put it on a neck model or something. See if you can see how it dangles here. Just like this. And it's really pretty. Let me get you closer. Okay, so now let's grab our chain that we cut or separated earlier. And you want, I don't know, 18 to 20 inches. It's up to you. So you're going to grab your chain. I have 18 inches. And this one is open here, so I'm going to close it a little bit. And you're going to need one of your jump rings. So I'm going to close this, or I might take it off altogether if I can't get it to close. It closed, fine. So now I'm going to grab my 6mm jump ring, and then I am going to put this piece of chain on this jump ring. I have to open that a little bit more. So I grab my chain, put it on the jump ring just like this, and then I'm going to grab my pendant, and on the top of the toggle I'm just going to put that jump ring on there, and then grab my other plier, and you usually slip doing this. Yep. Just close it the best you can without slipping too much and hurting yourself. Close that jump ring just like that. So now what you have is something that looks like this. You just have a really long piece of chain on your little dangly pendant here. Now you're going to grab the other end and you're going to get another jump ring and you're going to put this end on the very end of your chain. So just grab your jump ring again. Let's move this so you can see everything. And then on the end of the chain, you're going to put on your jump ring and then put on the other end of your toggle. And then close it. Now you can use a smaller jump ring too if you're using a little smaller toggle than I am. You want to make sure that your toggle will slide through, the straight end of the toggle will slide through the round like this. So this is going to be the front of the necklace. So now what I'm going to do, let me turn it back over here. That's what that looks like. Let me back off a little. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to decorate this side because I want it to kind of be continuous on one side with some more dangles. So I think I want to do like twice the amount that I did here. So I've made 24 dangles and I will put them on my chain exactly the same way I put it on this one. And then towards the very top, I don't know how many I will put in the black, maybe because you're just going to put 2 this time, you're not going to put 3 on each link. So probably we'll make 1 more of those. I've got it. So I will have 6 of my little black ones. Let me get you in here so you can see what I'm doing. I will have 6 of my little black ones and about 24 of my ovals, and I will just start connecting them to this side of the chain. So I'm going to, or actually, I think I want to do it on this one. So I'm going to attach it on the side with my round. So I'm going to attach them here. That way, when I put my toggle through, it won't impinge the straight side. So I'm going to start decorating on this chain right here. And I'm not going to worry about that jump ring that's connecting it. I'm just going to leave it. We could put some dangles on it, but I don't want anything to dangle inside the toggle and then we can't use our toggle. So same thing as we did before. We will open up one of our little links, grab the chain, and this time you can, if you want, do it on the very first link here. So we're just going to grab it. I'm going to put it on the link. Come here. And close it. Like that. And then I will do the other side of that link. So I've got it positioned so I can see it. And I'm just going to grab my link, open it up, and put it on this side of my chain link. I can get it to stop turning. Alright, reposition. This really isn't this hard, guys. It's just that I turned the camera on so everything has to get difficult, you know. It's just really how it has to work, because otherwise it would just be too easy. So there, I have that. Now I'm just going to drop that down and close this one. So grab a hold of it and close it. And I'll just continue doing that all the way up my chain until I run out. I wanted to make double amount that I made here, so I've made 24 links. I'm going to put them all on. Then I'll put my little black links on top of there. Of course, you can mix it too. You don't have to have just your oval and then your black. I'm just doing it that way because I don't know why. I just want to. I think it looks cute that way. So I like the way that these ovals lay next to each other, and then I like the way that the rounds just kind of cap off the top. So I'm going to do it like that. I'm going to go ahead and put on my 24 links here and come back and show you what it looks like. And this, my beautiful beading friends, is what it looks like when you finish. So I went ahead and put in, let me zoom in so you can see the finish here. I went ahead and put on 26 dangles just because I was making them and I wasn't counting, and I had 26. So I put 26 of the oval dangles, and then I put 6 of the black dangles on the top here. And when you hold it up and you put it on, it looks really nice. They all dangle really pretty. They cascade down really gorgeous. So that's what that looks like. And I hope you try it. And if you don't have as many of the ovals left that I do, if you used them in other necklaces or whatever, don't forget that you can put whatever you would like on here, and a rice pearl works really well. So, and if you don't have the treasure bag at all, just use whatever you want. You can put pearls on here, you put whatever. It turns out really pretty. So go ahead and have fun with this one, and we'll see you next time. Bye-bye.